Then we have our first talk of the day. And so Robert is going to talk about, I don't know what, but Robert is going to talk about something. So let's wait and I'll let Robert talk.
Yes, thanks, Tim. So what I'll do is it's more like a 5 quick career lesson, because I know you all are just starting in the beginning of the career. So hopefully, again, I don't know whether it's a good news or a bad news. So, but it's nothing to do with design, nothing to do with UX. Okay, just general career lesson that I learned over a period of time, and it's something that I would like to share with everyone. Let me maybe just share my screen. Raktim will be a bit uncomfortable because he'll be okay. Now he's gone offline. Otherwise, he would have been able to. He would be seeing his own photo. Let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, it's
all right.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I hope like 20 minutes. Yeah, I think I should be able to do it. So just a bit of overview of this. So there were a lot of what you call. So these things were always in my mind. I wanted to either put it in a blog post or something like that. Like there were some good lessons, some bad lessons, some lessons that it helped me grow in a stronger way. Some lesson it helped me take lessons that, like, yeah, this is not a step that I would like to go to and all. So this is kind of like a super short, maybe I would say 15, 16 years of experience compressed into a 20 minutes talk. So like just the top 5 lessons that I can think of in my mind. All right. So this is your career. So congratulations, you started. Okay. So like you finally decided that yes, I am going to join a company. All right. And I really hope, I think some of you all are looking for a job and some of you all are working in a company. So like congratulations. So finally, maybe you found a job or you found a company that you love doing. Okay. You love working in. Now, what happened is, this is the job role that the company offers you. All right. So this is what they say. Okay, this is exactly what your job role is. Now, obviously, being a dutiful employee, this would be your focus area. You would say, yes, this is where I would like to focus my area on. But there is a catch here. Okay, because if you see the job role and the focus area is so well matched that if you are really good at what you do and exactly what they have asked you to do, what will happen is you will not be able to move ahead in front. Okay, you'll not be able to progress as much as you would want to do. Imagine, like, I'll give you an example. Imagine you go to a petrol pump. You see someone who's filling petrol, right? So he or she is really good at filling petrol. That's what they do, and then they are like super efficient at doing that. But do you think they would be maybe promoted to being a manager? No, right? So what do? What you need to do is consciously your focus area should be slightly higher up than your job role. This would be your goal focus area. That is what you're supposed to be doing. All right. So this is definitely what majority of your time you should be putting on this one, and try to see if you can identify a lower, maybe some work and all. I know, like for beginners and all, it's difficult to find roles and all, or find work that is slightly maybe manual or maybe something more junior. You can identify things that a more junior person can do. Okay, so if you're lucky enough, you have a junior or someone, you can kind of like consciously try to delegate them. But the important thing here is this part, where it's not your job, but it is the job that is required for you to move to the next level. All right. You should ideally start maybe proactively try to take that up. Okay. Now, but then there's a caveat to this. This is a job without a title. It is a thankless job because you are not being asked to do that, but you are still taking it up. Right. So like you would be doing something that your seniors are doing. Okay. But you're not being paid for that. Okay, so it's without a title, without a pay. But what happens with that is there are people higher up looking at it. Okay, that if they know that yeah you can do this, right? Then they will look at maybe promoting you. All right, it's not that you. It's not the other way where you said promote me and then I'll try to do this job. You will need to first show intention about that, and then there are higher chance of failure and there's a higher chance of reward. Okay, if there's a setback, that's fine, but then there's a higher chance of reward as well. All right, and also because you are doing something, what they say, exceed expectation. If you do a lot of, if you go into a lot of appraisal and all, this is a repeated thing. Did you just do your job or did you exceed expectation? This is what they mean by exceeding expectation. That is doing things that is maybe might require for you to move to the higher band. Right. So this is about career progression. Now let's see. So the lesson number one is you need to develop again. In order for you to take this up, you need to develop courage because you will fail. Okay, and there is a chance that you will fail. Okay, so but if you have enough courage, okay, if you get a setback but you still take it up and you persist with it, it will you will slowly try to see you are inching higher. All right. Now, what does progress mean? Okay, so this is how you start. This is what you are going to be paid for right now. Okay, to be assuming that all of you all are going into the junior role. This is what you are going to be paid right now to get work done. Exactly what work has been given to you, you get that thing done. But in the near future, if you would want to become a leader, you would need to see how you could get paid not only to do work, but to get work done and also be paid for your knowledge. So this is where you need to start looking at slowly progressing is try to see how you can, and how do you get work done is by developing leadership quality. Okay, and knowledge is by constantly be in a cycle of learning. So lesson number two, you need to develop a goal. Okay, where do you would want to do? What is ahead? Okay, how do you start planning to move ahead on that one? Now, what do you mean by work done? Okay, work done generally comprises of understanding. Majority of it would be working, and a bit of it would be communicating. Okay, because what is happening is it's mostly like you and your manager. The communication, the work, the understanding is just one to one. Okay, and most of the time understanding is less and communicating because it's just limited to your manager. That's what happens. Okay, so majority of your time would be done, would be focused on to get work done. Okay, communicating mostly to your manager, understanding also mostly from manager. So it's a one-to-one person. But as you grow to a leadership position, all right, your understanding will need to go expand beyond just understanding the manager. You would need to understanding your teammates, understanding your under functional team, understanding the company's goal. Okay, so your understanding will need to, and even in understanding complex problem, because when you are young, your problem that you will be given will be very small. Okay, but when it becomes, as you grow higher, the problem will become more. Okay, work-wise, it will be slightly less, but it will be more intense. All right, it would be mostly like maybe in case if you are an IC like me or someone like you'll still be doing a lot of work, but then it'll be very intense work. And then a major part of it would be communicating. All right, communicating to the manager, communicating with your with the team, communicating outside the team. Okay, so like communicating with communicating with clients. All right, so if you see what is happening is your understanding and your communication needs to grow. Now let's look at this entire part. Okay, this part is your hard skill. That's what you are being built up right now. That's what you are building up, right? But if you see in the long run, you will need to build up your soft skill as well. If you would want to grow, okay, that requires how to understand people. Okay, empathy, the art of active listening. All right. So Google that word, active listening. What do you mean by active listening? Okay. The art of understanding, maybe not even understanding project, understanding complex problem, understanding people. All right. So that is what is going to help you grow. And then communicating one to one. All right. There are 100 once you go into a company, or like there are 101 channels for you to communicate. You can do one to one in on call. You can do one to one in message. You can maybe in a group chat. You have a mail. So there's 101 way of communicating, and 101 way of communicating to who. So that is a slightly nuance you need to learn. All right. So it's important for you to learn language of design, in your primary form of communication. In our area, it is English. All right. So focus. So lesson number 3 is focus as much on your soft skill as your hard skill. Now, progress while company, you're in a company, you're on progressing, and everything is fine. But do you think that is enough? During your work tenure, you will also need job satisfaction as well. Right. So when you start off with, this is the highest satisfaction level, this is the lowest satisfaction. Right. When you start off with, you start here. Yeah, new company, new possibilities. Okay, I'm like really pumped up. Okay, to do work. Best case scenario is your graph will move higher and higher in the company. But generally what happens is in a period of time, things get slower and slower and slower and slower. Till a point reach, you will say, I'm stuck. But the problem is no one is going to take me. Why? Because I don't have that skill level. I don't have that skill. All right. So now what could you do about this? What you would ideally need to do is, whenever you are seeing that there is a dip, you need to do a regular job assessment. So every 6 months, it's very easy. The moment you get into a job, it's very easy because you're comfortable, like everything is happening, and then you're comfortable with the colleague, managers, and even the job. And then specifically when the job is just a single kind of a job, you're very happy and everything, and then you keep doing it, and all. And suddenly you'll see 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years gone. Okay, ideally every 6 months you need to reassess your job goal. All right, is this not your job goal? Reassess your career goal rather than the job goal. Not the company goal, not your job goal, the career goal. Okay, is this what I would want to do in the future? Am I going in the right direction? Am I learning? Because what happened is, like, remember the previous one I showed? You need to build up knowledge. If you are not building up knowledge, then at some point of time, someone else will come, and then they can take up your job in a much lesser price. Okay, so you need to judge it by whether you are learning, whether you are happy, and whether you are growing. Right. So let's see what happens. How do you kind of see what is the change that you can actually do, or what happens in the midpoint? Right. So this is where you are. This is what your company's work is. All right. And sorry, this is what your work in the company is. The thin deep line. The lighter blue line is what the company's requirement is. So what happened is there's still a wriggle room of it, left and right. Because what happened is you can go within the company itself. In case if your work that you do that you're not very satisfied with, you can still wriggle a bit. Okay. But then the only problem with this is, in case if you need to move out from here, okay, it's difficult because this is your skill set. Because you are just focusing on exactly what the company is giving you, and you are exactly doing that. Right. So you are only building up one particular skill, and God forbid, it's maybe only one particular skill only for your company, and maybe it is outside the company that skill is not valuable. And sooner or later you'll see 5 years is gone. I have a 5 years experience, but I have just one core skill. Right. And because of that, you get stuck. And this is what your company skill is. So there you have a bit of a maneuvering ability. But what you need to do is, you need to expand. Okay, so while you are in the company, you should not only focus on your skill, your company skill, you will also need to focus on the domain skill as well. So that your skill is not just limited to your job, your company's job, but the entire domain job. What that works, what that will do is you will be able to, while your company goes down or your company's goal and your goal doesn't match up, you can come out of it and join a new company. So it's important to always be important for you to keep up with the domain. So skill number 5, learn, unlearn, relearn, and repeat. Not only about your company's job, not only about your specific job in the company, but the domain skills as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. That was an amazing presentation, and these are things that I learned the hard way, I would say. So I'm really jealous of these folks here, who are getting to know this firsthand from you. I wish somebody told me earlier these things when I started out.